What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Movie Mates podcast. And this is our first time trying to record this intro. I'm your host, Josh Windling, joined once again by security guard Tanner Coe.
What's up, Josh? How you doing tonight?
Pretty good, Tanner. I finally answered you. The one and only Jack Black, only one in the world.
Yes, sirree.
Okay.
Are you gonna stop because we're gonna do this for the fourth time again? Really?
I thought it was gonna be funny, dude. I thought you were gonna say something funny, but then you just come at me with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, and the one, I always say one and only, but you know, there's probably multiple of him. Ryan. I'll come up with another middle name later. Something Barnes.
Hey everyone, I'm gonna say hi to our fans and not Josh because I care about Josh.
And in this episode of the podcast, well, I am never prepared and never have it pulled up, but we are reviewing Ip Man. I got it.
God, bro, with that IP man bullshit.
I got it.
Typical American ignorance.
It's not IP Man. We are reviewing Ip Man, directed by Wilson Yip. Originally made in 2008, but released in October 1st, 2010. Starring oh my gosh, what's his name?
Donnie. Yeah.
Donnie Chen. Yen? Is it Yen or Chen?
Yen. Oh my God, you are so
Oh,
white. That's
Donnie.
a white person name.
No, Donnie Yen, dude. Donnie Yen. I got it. Starring Donnie Yen, who is awesome. All right.
Josh,
yeah.
I'm already ensuing a vote of no confidence, Josh.
Stop.
Yeah,
man.
it took you how many times to do the intro, and now the intro has taken how long?
2 minutes. It's good. It's good. 2 minutes is fine, boys. It's fine. Yeah, starring Donnie Yen and Simon Yam. Plays Quan. I like Quan. Quan's a cool guy. All right, boys. So before we start into the plot, which I'm guessing Tanner's going to be going over.
Of course.
Yes, of course. Tanner's the best at it. Before we get into all that, what was your guys' thoughts on the movie?
Ryan, this was your movie. Is there an explanation to why you are a fan of this? Not saying I don't like it. I'm just curious to say why.
Why the hell do you
it's
watch
really
this
good.
trash?
Shut your mouth, Josh.
I'm just kidding. I like the movie. Go ahead.
I picked it because I wanted you boys to experience a little culture. Also, I think it's good because not only is the kung fu and action in it really, really good, but you know, it's not just like it's like it's got a whole story and it's based on a true story. Ip Man was the teacher of Bruce Lee. And then, you know, Bruce Lee took a lot of his teachings and brought it over to America, but this is telling his teacher's story. It takes place back in World War II when Japan invaded China. You know, the economy went to crap and, you know, they're struggling. But they live in a town called Foshan, which is known for their martial arts. And, it's just a good movie. I think it's really, really good, and I'm glad we were able to watch it.
I like this movie for the simple fact that I just wanted to lounge down and watch something. It was just one of the movies that I didn't really want to critically nitpick, look over, see anything wrong with it, but it was just a fun movie to watch when you're laying back in a chair and just to enjoy it as it is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll go, Jack. Yeah. This is my first ever kung fu movie I've watched. Not my first foreign film I've ever watched, but I thought it was it was better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be really cheesy because I feel like there's a lot of kung fu movies out there that are super cheesy, but this one wasn't. I feel like it was kind of, it was just I liked it. I got a lot more into it than I thought I would. Like every single time. What?
This was your first your first kung fu movie?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my second.
No, I saw Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, dang it. You stole my joke.
But, damn it, Tanner, I was going to say something good about the movie, and you fucked it up.
Obviously, it wasn't that good if you can't remember it.
No, it was.
Oh.
It was like, I really enjoyed the fuck, dude. What was I gonna say? It was a good movie.
Choreography.
Well,
It
the
is a
choreography is really
solid
great.
movie.
Oh fuck, not yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Jack.
I really liked. They did a very, very good job on all the fight scenes. They didn't like slow down. They didn't not try in any of the fight scenes. All the fight scenes were very, very well made.
Is that it?
I guess so. Let's just start talking about it. Why are we talking about it for so long?
Josh. Oh my god.
Why can't we just
was
go to
really
the movie and
cringy.
do this after? Because we do it after anyways.
I like having the thoughts, bro. Because then we go through the scene. Shut up, Jack. All right, let's get into this.
Funny.
Tanner?
Okay. So Ryan did refer to some of the stuff. So we do start off in the 1930s. It's based off a true story in the town of Fushan, which is a southern Chinese province that is known for having Wuchun, which is a form of Chinese Kung Fu. And in this province, they're known for having various schools, actively recruiting students because that's kind of what a good portion of their economy kind of goes off of. So it's very well known for their martial arts style. We start off with IP Man, who is the most humbled and most skilled martial artist in Fushan. He's well renowned in the actual province. And he's just, he's not accepting any disciples. He's instead spending his days training, meeting with friends, and spending time with his family. We start off with a cool scene where a kite gets lodged in a tree, and one of the it's one of the freshly new students. I forget his name.
Yuan?
Yuan? Yeah, that sounds remember.
Yeah.
And anyway, he is kind of eavesdropping and spying on IP Man, and who walks in to meet IP Man is Master Lu. Master Lu?
That's right.
Yeah, Master Lu.
Master Lu. And Master Lu, he comes over for dinner. Kind of is just sitting there, but, IP Man wants him to come over. He invites him over to eat with him. And once they kind of eat their food, then he challenges him to a duel, and IP Man pretty much makes an embarrassment out of him. Any thoughts on this?
I mean, the fight scene was sick. Basically, he pulled all his punches and still managed to destroy this man.
Yeah, I liked watching him pull. Like he's going to punch his face, but he's not actually punching him. But he's just showing what he could do.
Yeah, he was just saying hit instead of actually hitting him.
Yeah, he's going hit. It's like, oh, okay, that's just fucking badass.
I know, and then he goes, "Thank you for taking it easy on me." Like, bitch. He's too nice. He's too humble. Like Josh.
I know.
Anyways, so he is Master Lu is humbled in his own right, but he doesn't want he kind of wants to keep this private because he kind of just got embarrassed when he's an actual Wing Chun master in his own right. But due to the student who has his kite lodged in a tree, kind of spying on their whole duel, word gets out, and Master Lu is not happy. He doesn't like how his reputation is going to get tarnished.
He got so mad.
He gets really mad.
He got so pissed for no reason. It was funny.
And yeah,
the confrontation. I just gotta say the confrontation between him and I don't know when he's walking upstairs.
When they're at the restaurant.
Yeah, they're at the restaurant. He walks upstairs to confront Ip Man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's kind of cheesy. And when the cop comes in, and the cop's like, "Oh, I am justice." I'm like, okay.
Grabs the gun.
It pops out the bullets. I thought that was pretty cool, but it was a little cheesy, those lines.
So you're kind of getting a little ahead. Master Lu goes to IP Man, trying to say, "Mr. IP, please clear my name. Please tell." He's trying to convince all of his students that you didn't beat me because he wants to maintain his reputation. And the student, or can you give me his name one more time? Let me write it down.
Yuan?
Yuan.
Y-U-A-N.
He's trying to convince everyone, and his brother, whose name is
Lin.
Lin. His brother Lin is, he's trying to be like, dude, you're making a fool out of yourself, and they start getting in a little fight, some tensions rise, and he pretty much, he embarrasses Yuan in front of a whole group of people by pantsing him, and apparently Yuan goes commando.
Oh my god, dude! I'm like, I did not see this coming. I'm like, why the fuck did you just pants him?
Because he's like, this is what embarrassment is.
Yeah, he's embarrassing Lou by telling people that Ip Man beat his ace, but then he's all like, this is embarrassment, and then pantses him. And then he goes, wah! And then he screams at him and then runs away.
No, his scream was so funny. I don't know why. Like he was, it reminded me of just like an anime when they get really mad and then you see their faces get really red. I don't know why it reminded me of that.
Josh, you watch anime?
Well, I've watched Pokemon, dog. We watched it together.
We have watched it together.
That's cute.
2016 was a great year, dude.
Take me back.
I'll take you back.
All right. So we kind of get this. We kind of get the arc between Ip Man. It's gonna be.
Thank you.
Ip Man. We're having his character arc having I wouldn't say a difficult relation with his wife and child, but it's definitely starting to the foundation starting to get a little bit loose because Ip Man is starting to pay more attention to his Wuchan, his friends, his students. He's trying to, or not his students because he doesn't have any students, but his disciples, I should say. And she's not liking it because she wants him to pay more attention to his son, and his son's kind of getting left out in the dirt. While this is happening, we have these northern Chinese martial art masters, one of whom named Jin, is coming into town, and he's about to whoop all the ass.
Jin's coming to town.
Wait, no, wait. Oh yeah, Jin. You're right. Sorry.
That's his name.
Yeah, you're right.
So he pretty much comes into town. He points to all the schools, and he goes, "Hey, where's your master? I'm about to embarrass all of you." And he does. Well, I would say with ease, but it wasn't like 5 seconds and done.
It wasn't Ip Man, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't. It did take time, but he definitely mowed through them like they were nothing.
And I really thought some motherfucker was about to get cut up when that dude grabs that giant, the giant blade. I forgot the name of the weapon.
It's on Fortune Fire or something.
It's the giant stick with the blade at the end. And I'm like, he's like twirling around like, oh, some motherfucker about to get cut.
Dude, Jin's sword looks really cool though. It looks so heavy duty, but he's swinging it like it's nothing.
I know. Yeah, no. That whole fight scene was really cool. That whole scene of him going around like picking masters and just fighting them. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. That's funny.
So after he pretty much embarrasses and defeats all the schools in the center of Fushan, it is overheard that I think they were kind of getting lunch, and one of the waiters or the servers, kind of informs them that if you want to be the best, you're gonna have to go to Ip Man.
Yeah.
So said it again.
I know, John.
He is the best.
Yeah, he's the best, and we all know that.
But no one ever was.
So he strolls up to his house, which is a pretty nice house. It's definitely one of the more, I guess, higher areas of the town.
All right, yo, sorry. Oh, but Tanner, what does Ip Man? How did he gain all of his money?
Dude, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure
I don't know.
They just martial artists like that, like masters. So like the problem I had is like his wife getting so mad at him for doing for sparring and stuff with everyone else, It's like, bitch, him doing kung fu is keeping a roof over your head.
Yeah, it's the reason why you live there. I was like,
he has a servant. You don't even cook. What do you do as a woman?
It's not.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's watch it a little bit.
Hey, Ryan, is Grace in the car?
No, she's not in the car. Look, okay, not as a woman, but she doesn't do anything. She doesn't work. She doesn't even cook for him. She doesn't do anything.
Okay,
they have a servant, and she's bitching at him for doing something he likes.
The tension
and
is with him ignoring his son, not her.
Well,
not her.
she's
not the one getting ignored. It's her son, which
she's mad that he's ignoring her son.
I don't think she cares about.
Her son should stop pussy drawing and ask his dad to teach him Wing Chun.
He's like 4.
I don't care.
Is he gonna be like the kid from Tropic Thunder? Just stabbing Ben Stiller when he's.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Jin, let's get him back on track. Well, Jin basically humiliates a town. He knows IP Man is the best because he heard it from his server. He strolls up to his house, knocks down the door, or not knocks down it, but definitely just enters without consent, and he just pretty much just challenges him to a duel right there. And pretty much tensions rise. His wife even gets up to the point where she just like, you know what, honey, kick his ass, but don't break anything. And they have.
I'll pay for that.
And they have the. They have the first kind of biggest duel, kind of like the first main duel.
Yeah.
Personally, it was my favorite duel out of the whole movie. I know, I like this duel a lot because he's getting whipped in the ass with a stick.
Oh, that's so funny, dude.
It's the funniest. I think it's the funniest one.
It's the funniest. It's my favorite.
I think that's the most that shows his power the most. And did that fucker pulled out a sword and he beats him with a duster. He beats him with a duster and the dude has a giant sword. Like, what a badass.
Ip Man pretty much doesn't get anything handed to him. He kind of doesn't get hit at all. He just pretty much kicks the crap out of Jin. And then
he sends those Northerners packing.
Yeah, he pretty much gets him out of gets him out of the province, and once again we are
school, bro.
We are restored. That
what I thought was funny is like he leaves and he's all like, "Oh, I'll never be able to start a school now." I'm like, "You still beat every other master." Like you could still start a school. I like it when he was all like, "I want to start a school, so I'm gonna fight you." He's like, "You don't need to fight me. You just need a good location."
Oh yeah, I love that one. I love that line.
So after he beats him, after he leaves, a good chunk of time happens, and now we cut to the main plot line where the Japanese invade in 1937 and basically affect all life and everyone, all the citizens in Foshan.
Dude, I just want to say this caught me by like so much surprise because I didn't know where this was going. From like the beginning, I didn't know who the main antagonist was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be Jin the entire movie. Jin and his crew, and maybe like I thought Ip Man was gonna lose that fight, but then I was like, Ip Man can't lose this fight. He's Ip Man. So the whole time I'm like, oh yeah, beat his ass, and he starts beating his ass. Which is really weird. I was so into this movie because every single fight Ip Man was in, I'm like, all right, it makes sense for the plot if he lost, but this motherfucker ain't gonna lose. He didn't lose. But yeah, this whole entire. What, Ryan?
Oh, he didn't. He never.
Yes. Anyway. Yeah. This whole this. Tanner. God damn. I just want to say. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The Imperial Japanese Army. I always get my way, people. The Imperial Japanese Army. They claim Ip Man's house, and they use it as their own Foshan military headquarters. So it kind of. His house was definitely sought after by the Japanese.
His house is...
But he loses his wealth. You know, him and his family, they lose their wealth. They lose their nice things. And they're forced to move into a pretty ghetto-looking apartment complex area. And he's desperate. because he wants to support his family, he wants to provide food on the table, so he finds work at a coal mine. I'm kind of forgetting some stuff here.
You are.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're just skipping over stuff like, has to
You
dump
missed
out
the
all
cotton
rest of the
factory
rice.
too.
Yeah, the cotton mill.
Yeah.
Tanner.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Anyway, yeah, he gets the coal factory job where he meets Lynn.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Lynn.
Well, didn't he
It's a
know
girl's
Lynn?
name, like Linda.
Oh no, he knew Lynn, but he's with him again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You didn't
He's
meet
seen him
Lynn.
a
He
while.
finds Lynn.
Yeah.
So they're at the coal mine. Some Japanese soldiers come in. And they're asking people if they know any kung fu because the whole town's famous for
Kung fu.
Wuchun.
This is where you see Captain Lee is now an interpreter for
Captain
the
Lee?
Japanese. Yeah.
Oh my God,
He
that was the cop.
That was the cop.
Oh my God, man! I'm like, who is Lee this whole time? And then I'm like, because he starts like talking to him like he knows him. I'm like, oh, that's the fucking cop. That makes so much more sense now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of okay. Fuck, that was throwing me off this whole movie. Also, Lin mentions how he hasn't seen his brother Yuan for a while.
He embarrassed him.
After he embarrassed him, he hasn't seen him for a
And
while.
he's wanted to say that he's sorry and apologize
for showing his cock to all those nice people.
and give him a little tin box,
Yeah.
Oh, with this.
which he then loses.
At the coal mine.
And under all that fucking coal. Oh my God, that's so funny. All right.
So the Japanese soldiers at the coal mine, they're asking people if they want to volunteer for the opportunity to win a bag of rice. They don't know what they're doing yet. They're just like, I'll do something for a bag of rice if it's doing something about kung fu or Wuchun. I'm gonna say kung fu for now. I'm always forgetting.
Just say
Just say
Kung
kung
Fu.
fu. It's a kung fu movie.
Okay. So they are taken to an arena, or not an arena, but I guess a training facility set up where tournaments are happening, and they're pretty much just they're allowing it like it's like what's it called? Not a pit, but like a gladiator, like an arena.
Yeah.
An arena. And overseeing this arena is the main antagonist of the movie, General Mira, who is a karate master in his own right from Japan.
Kung fu.
No,
We see him kick the crap out of
I know.
multiple people. We do see in the beginning, though, Master Liu, who got his ass kicked by IP in the beginning. We see him wrecking fools, and he is the one that's getting profit, and he's getting the rice in the beginning.
Getting that bag. He's getting that bag, bro.
Mm-hmm. So we've established this arena where Chinese martial artists are competing against military trainees. So they're not like they're military personnel. Lai, we established the former police officer,
They're military.
and Ip's acquaintance. He's now the interpreter for the Japanese army because they don't know each other's language.
Yes, sir.
So he offers this to Ip, and at first he declines. However,
Wait! You skipped over a big part.
Yeah, you skipped.
You skipped over
You skipped over Lynn's death.
Lynn dying.
No,
He
not
gets
yet, not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I-
right after Lee's first fight in the arena.
Yeah. No, Louis. Lou.
Yeah, Lou.
After
sorry.
Master Lou, then
He
he's
grabs
like
his
the
rice and he's like, beat them all.
yeah, and the general is like, I want to fight 3 of them, so he has 3 of them, and then Lin was one of them, and they go and fight, and then he spits blood in the general's face. He says asshole, which I love the way they cuss in this movie. He goes asshole, and then he fucking like fucking I don't
and then
know.
He stops his heart.
Is that what it was?
with his I don't know, dude, but like, oh, he just
he just broke down and died. And then it goes to the next day, Lee coming back.
Okay. All right. See, the problem is that this thing I'm reading off of is skipping a lot of stuff, so I'm just kind of just paraphrasing and going over
That's
some.
okay.
It's hard to
We'll
say
fill in the
everything.
gaps.
That's why we're here.
All right.
We're supportive.
So, IP Man is offered again, and at first he declined. However, when his friend Lynn disappears because he was in the previous day because he got pretty much beaten up and beaten to death.
Yes, sir.
After taking part in a match. So then Ip Man agrees so he can find his friend.
Have you seen my friend?
Mm-hmm. So Ip Man, he's behind the barrier, behind the gate, he's watching what's happening, and he sees Master Lu defeating one of these guys, but Master Lu, who is kind of persistent, he wants to fight 3 at once, but he loses. When he attempts to take the rice because he won the first time, he pretty much gets he gets shot in the head by the second in command of the Japanese, Colonel Sato. Sorry, I'm white.
Sato's right.
General Miro points Sato's gun at his own head, and he threatens him to pretty much execute him in front of everybody if he shoots in the dojo. It's a dojo, not an arena. It's a dojo. If he shoots in the dojo again. So even though our main antagonist, he does have courtesy for the respect of the martial art.
Damn sure.
All right. Ip Man sees the shoot. He sees what happened. He is furious. He demands entry. He does. He's granted, and he's barely containing his own rage, and he demands a match. How many does he want to fight? He chooses 10.
And
so
leading up
badass.
to my favorite fight scene.
Yeah, this is my favorite. This is my favorite too.
Oh my god, does he wreck, dude? Like, there's the scene where like the Japanese guy throws the kick and then he catches it and then he like kicks another guy and then he puts his foot down on his like hip or like the top of his leg and then just puts his weight down and shifts his. Oh my god.
Keep in mind, Ip Man hasn't been practicing kung fu since the occupation of Japan, so it's been a while.
Dude,
because he's trying to conserve people.
And he's so mad too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see his anger, and he's just going in. He's like breaking their legs, and I love the way. And a lot of this movie is, not a lot of fast cuts. You know, there's not a lot of quick cuts. There's a lot more longer shots.
Oh yeah,
love.
That scene was pretty fluid.
Yeah, it was very fluid.
Sure.
So some of the slow motion in this movie is a little questionable. I don't know.
It's blurry. I get it.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
And I feel like they could do the scene without it, but I mean the fights and they did all of them. I think all of them were filmed well, especially this one. And I like how it wasn't like every other movie where the bad guys send one at a time. Where I always feel like he's constantly getting punched at. There's multiple coming at him, and I really appreciated that. I was
Throw
like,
his
wow.
hands like a damn machine gun.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking putting like 100 punch a minute on like some of those guys' chest. It was sick. That was 16.
Yeah, that was my my favorite fight scene as well. The one Tanner was talking about is, I think, the funniest fight, but this was like actually viewing it. This was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good man.
Because this fight was amazing, it got the interest of General Mura, who's like, oh shit, oh god, this dude. And he wants to learn more about Ip Man, and he wants to watch him fight again, pretty much. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
This is when we cut, forgive me if I'm missing something, Ip Man visits Chow, who is the kind of like a businessman and who owns and runs a cotton mill. Am I right? And then Chow's son tells Ip Man that a bandit gang led by, guess who, Jin, the northern Chinese man who got his ass beat earlier in the movie, is harassing the workers and trying to extort money from them since they're stealing things out of their trucks while they're being transported.
Yep.
Basically, Jin is threatening this cotton mill.
Yeah, and also Yuan's on the gang too.
Oh yeah, we do see Yuan. I didn't realize it was you, because it was hard. I didn't know who. I was like,
you probably forget. Yeah, because he wasn't in it for a while.
Yeah, I forgot. But I saw the long hair. I'm like, okay, is that him? I don't know. I thought it was maybe just an extra.
Nah, I knew that was Yuan. I'm like, haha, that's the guy with the little butt.
So because Jin is harassing this cotton mill, IP agrees to teach the others and trains all the workers in the wing, and teach them all kung fu and self-defense. And how do you guys think of this scene where he's in the front and we see columns of like 20 people each, men, women, and children, all do training?
Oh,
personally,
I thought that was kind of fun.
I thought it was weird.
I thought it was weird too. Yeah.
I'm just like, would everyone agree to this? I guess because Fochan is known for it, so I guess they're all culturally inclined to keep their livelihood. But I was like, I don't think we would see that today.
Yeah, it's definitely It was weird. I didn't like it. I didn't like the training because people would just be eating, and then you start seeing them do their.
Oh my god, dude, that was so cringe, dude.
It was cringy.
I was like, okay.
And when he smacks the kid on the other side when they're working, he smacks him with paint or ink.
Like, okay.
Oh yeah, and he just stares at him.
Yeah.
Like say sorry. Like what the fuck? I was so confused by that. Like, why does that kid have a black dot? Then I see the pennies holding. I'm like, little shit. Funny.
Over time, Ip Man is refusing not to go back into the arena, which then causes General Muro to become impatient, and he sends his second in command, Colonel Sato, along with other soldiers to find them.
And then they shoot Ip Man in the head, rape his wife, roll credits. So you thought.
We get kind of a, I wouldn't say disturbing scene, but definitely an uncomfortable feeling where his son he sees Sato down the hall, down the corridor, and he's pretty much playing with a duel with them, and obviously it's
he's got a real gun pointed at him.
It was good. It was good tension. I thought that was really good tension that they did.
They built it up well too.
Yeah, and he starts just backing up. I'm like, oh, there'd be a bad guy. Like, and I feel like finally, Ip Man. I don't know. I'm happy he reacted the way he reacted, where he's just really mad and didn't ask questions and just beat the shit out of them. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So Sato's
because they were about to go rape his wife, dude.
Yeah.
He's like,
pretty. Real pretty.
And breaks his leg in one kick and slams him against the stairs.
So cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
So, like Ryan said, Sato sees Ip Man's wife, and he tries to approach her. Says she's pretty, and pretty much IP Man defends him, incapacitates all three soldiers, including Sato, breaks his leg, and they flee to an apartment and take a room with Lai, the interpreter's family.
Lee.
Lee.
Typical American ignorance.
God, disgusting. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
All right. So Jin and his bandits return to the cotton mill, and the workers now kind of trained in self-defense.
I guess
so.
They didn't waste no time, and then they brought Ip Man in to take care of them.
Dude, no, okay. This was the worst fight scene because the fat lady.
She got one down, and then that's it.
I know. They're just beating the shit out of them. It's so funny.
Like the kid like defends him, and he's all like, "Ow, my hands!"
Yeah, and he gets fucking kicked in the chest. Oh my god,
dude, that shit was dumb as fuck.
So funny, man. All right. Yep.
So yeah, the mill workers last probably 15-20 seconds before Ip-Man just comes. Before Ip-Man just pretty much just comes in and
one-shots these boys.
And one-shots all of them. There's a scene. There is. It's down to Jin and Yuhan, who are the last two left. And Yuhan, of course, is the brother of Lin, who was beaten to death, and he hasn't been seen since then. And they get their asses beat by Ip-Man, right?
Yes.
Yep. Basically,
And
not much to say about this fight scene, really.
Yeah.
I was okay.
We see Lin get up, and Ip-Man goes after him, because he was very close to his brother, and he asks him, where you been? Your brother, do you know your brother's dead, right? Obviously, Yuhan didn't know. And we kind of get this emotional scene where he hands him the can container that Ip-Man found. We didn't say that. And inside houses the kite that was in the beginning shot of the movie.
And then he cries.
Yeah, and then he cries.
Oh my god, it's such a cheesy cry scene, dude. You can tell he even had a booger. You can tell they totally just put it there. I'm like, yeah, I didn't like that too much either. But it was a kung fu movie. I didn't expect too much. Like, great acting.
Acting wise,
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. I mean,
No, it really wasn't. I thought it was acted well enough. But that scene was definitely like,
yeah, they have a couple where it's like, not
questionable.
Not the most A-list actors, if you ask me.
Yeah. No, but it was all around. It was still really good.
Yeah.
After Jin's soundly defeated once again, he pretty much rats out the cotton mill and informs IPs with the cotton mill to the Japanese soldiers because he has a connection with them. And the Japanese charge into the cotton mill, and they pretty much apprehend Ip-Man.
Yep. Bring him to the jail, a little jail cell.
But before he does that, Ip-Man tells Chow to take his wife and son away for protection.
Right.
General Mura says that Ip-Man's life will be spared if Ip-Man agrees to teach the Japanese soldiers in martial arts. So that's the condition that he is procured. IP Man refuses to take that option and instead challenges General Mura to a match. Mura sees this as a sign of he thinks he's better than me because he's challenging me, so he accepts it out of that because he loves martial arts and he wants to avoid all humiliation.
Humiliation? What the hell?
I'm sorry, I've been playing Fallout.
Wow. Okay.
Radiation, there's a lot of shuns.
Same word.
Yeah. Whatever.
First time I'm not playing video games during a podcast.
Nice.
Nah, that's how you're sitting in your car and outside of your girlfriend's house.
Truth.
We get a side cut scene to where Colonel Sato is with Captain Lee, and he pretty much informs, since he's the interpreter, he informs him that if he does defeat the Japanese general, he is going to get shot and killed. So, Captain Lee is like telling him, "Hey, please just lose to the general so you can keep your life and still be with your family." So the match between Ip-Man and General Mira is held in public in Foshan's main square. At first, and we get this fight scene.
And I think this is the first time all movie that Ip-Man actually gets punched or kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time he gets actually,
First time
Yeah,
he gets a
actually,
challenge.
But literally, even in this one, only
Not even a
like,
challenge.
a couple times. Yeah.
But yeah, it's only a few times, and he had a little mark on his
On his
on
lips.
his
jaw.
lip.
Yeah.
That was fun.
just like the Japanese soldiers, Ip-Man pretty much overwhelms and pretty much inflicts severe wounds and beatings on General. Through
you get that cool shot where he's got him against the pole, and it shows him like practicing on the wood dummy, but then back to him just wrecking him.
And after he falls, the whole crowd, the whole Chinese crowd, pretty much cheers and gives him a standing ovation. We didn't get to talk about this scene. While Ip Man was incarcerated, we did see Chow take Ip Man's wife and son, but Ip Man's wife was like pleading with Chow to go back because tradition? Question mark?
Because it was gonna be his last fight, and martial arts was his favorite thing, and she always gave him shit for it, even though it's what gave her a roof over her head.
It's so true because she's like, I would throw a tantrum. Like she's a little kid.
Yeah, I know. He's like, no need to throw a tantrum.
Oh my god.
I think some of the translations were a little bit off maybe. Like, one of the parts, he asks his son a question that's not a yes or no question, and the kid just goes, yes, and that's it. It's like, it's really like, they maybe should have checked some of the translation.
English translations, yeah, I agree.
After the crowd's cheering for him, and during the whole cheer, we cut to Ip Man getting shot by General Sato, or not General, Colonel Sato.
Yeah, because he was about to shoot him, and then Lee stepped in and grabbed his hand, but the bullet still ended up hitting Ip Man. But then, like, Lee is like forcing the gun
to his fucking, oh my god, to his chin.
Yeah, dude, that was good. I like that.
Yep. So Lee kills Sato,
and then he kills Sato.
The crowd pretty much erupts in a passionate sense and charges the Chinese soldiers, and I'm just confused, like, why aren't the Chinese soldiers murdering them?
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, they have guns, bro.
Why are they letting these people? We see his wife and his child, they make it through the blockade, and they rescue Ip Man, and they take him out of town. I'm assuming he survives his wounds, and
yes, he does.
Credits there. We get some more subtitles saying that yes, he was, his further life credentials, as well as his students, including Bruce Lee, his most famous student. And that's it. Cut the credits there.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Never mind. Then you talked about like all the after stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I dozed out there for a sec. Sorry. I was reading something. I just wasn't paying attention.
Nice, Josh.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
So, Ryan, you can go last since this was your movie. Jack, you haven't said much. Why don't you go first?
As I said, I think it's a kung fu movie, so obviously they had to make the fight scenes incredible, which they did. And I really like the scene where where Sato, is his name right, Sato, the general's like right-hand man. Him and like the two other soldiers and Lee come to his house when all the kids are playing. I like that scene because it showed him getting close to his son, and it shows like how happy his wife is, and then all of a sudden it's like the whole thing comes crashing down, and he has to leave his family, and it's like his whole family's basically threatened. But it was really, I like that scene. It was more of like it needed to be there. It wasn't like unnecessary. Like they had the little kid backing up, pointing the gun at Sato, and then he really kicks into like his father mode, which is like the kind of the only time he does in this movie. And I think they did a lot of scenes well. It's just maybe the training scene was a little far-fetched and not. This is an amazing movie, and that scene isn't a bad. But out of the whole movie, it might be the lowest scene for me. But yeah, as an overall, the movie was a very good movie. I'd rate it as a 8.7 on the scale.
Ooh.
because I thought it was a very, very good movie. I was kind of surprised because I haven't really watched kung fu movies or anything, and yeah, I really liked them. I might have to watch the other ones that are out too.
Did you know that Mike Tyson is in the third one?
No, I did not.
Does he speak Chinese?
He does speak Chinese.
Does he have his lisp?
Yes.
I have to watch that.
Josh, how about you?
Oh, dude, I was really surprised about this movie because I've never seen a kung fu movie, and I was like, all right, I'm going in expecting some like real cheesy acting, and I did expect really good fights because it's a kung fu movie, and I've heard of Ip Man before, and so I did go in expecting really good fights, but I expected a lot more cheesy acting and like cringy stuff. But I was very surprised when not much of that was in there. There's a little bit of cheesy, a little bit of cheesy stuff in here, but that was expected. But I was very, very pleasantly surprised with the movie that I watched from beginning to end. You can see the character development between his wife hating him for not paying attention to his son while they were rich, to being poor and being like, wow, you're a good dad.
Right.
Anyway.
Wow, way to sum it up, Josh.
Yeah, way to sum it up. I mean, that's how the movie did it, dude. It was just an instant, and then she was like, oh, yeah, you're pretty cool now. I don't know. I feel like she hated him in the first, act of the movie. I don't know what it was. That kind of bothered me. But I feel like this movie's pretty consistent of how badass Ip Man was, the main protagonist of the movie. The life story of Ip Man, as it says, even though there's 3 more movies after this. So it's definitely not his life story. No, it was just a great movie, dude. The combat was really well filmed. Some slow motion should have been there, but yeah, very pleasantly surprised. Jack, did you give it a rating?
Yeah,
yep.
I said 8.7.
How much did you get?
8.7.
Oh fuck! I'm giving it a 8.
8 out of 10.
8. I was dependent. I was like 7.5 to 8, and I'm like, I'll just go 8 because I really like the combat. The fighting in this movie was just too good. It was really good.
You pretty much said it for me, Josh. The only thing that really irked me throughout this whole thing, it did irk me quite a bit, is that I only knew one character. Like, I understand, the correlation, okay, wife, kid, cop, but I didn't know the names. And, that's the struggle for it being a foreign film. It's hard for you to find out who is who, specifically the proper names. I just was it's got me. Just when we started recording, I didn't realize that the interpreter was the cop. I was like, "Oh, huh, interesting."
Yeah. Me neither.
So I didn't see it during the movie, but I'm seeing it now while I'm reviewing it. Set design. The thing that irked me a little bit was his ghetto apartment, ghetto household. That set, I thought it was too easily. What I'm trying to say, you could tell it was a set. It didn't feel like it was actually taken from something or taken at a live location. I felt like it was actually a made set.
You think it was on location?
Yeah, it wasn't an on location. I think it was a set, but that's nothing to take away from it. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Fight scenes, yeah. I enjoyed watching it. I just enjoyed it for what it was. You pretty much covered everything for me, Josh and Jack. Let's see, where am I going to put this? 7.6. That's my grade. I'm going to give it a solid C.
Mr. Barnes, the one and only.
Yes, sir.
Franklin.
Josh, shut up. I really like this movie. I have seen quite a few kung fu movies, and I do think that this one's my favorite. Yeah, Josh, you said a lot about it. The fight scenes are excellent, and it does have like we said, when the kid was practicing his moves while he was eating. That scene just digs into my bones. I fucking hate that scene. I'm I just want to beat you up, bro. Like,
I don't know. I'd punch that kid, dude. Like, what?
I
He
would
didn't
punch
even
him,
give a.
but-
He didn't even give a fuck.
if some nerd kid did that to me in the lunchroom when we were still in school.
Some nerd kid. You fucking nerd
Push it.
practicing your kung fu.
Dump the trash can over his head. That being said, I would never do that. I'm a kind person. But I do like the movie. Like I said, acting's okay. Like, Donnie Yen does a good job. His wife is his wife. His son is his son. Side characters are side characters. Just has some cringy moments. Like you said, the crying scene, it was like, ooh, you're faking. But those are just nitpicks. Tanner, I really like what you said about how his apartment was, like, you could tell it was a set. I never thought about that, but, like, as you were saying that, I was picturing it in my head, and I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I never even noticed something like that. So, but I think it's a solid movie. I agree with Josh. I give it a solid 8.
8. Divided by 4, the score is going to be an 8 out of 10 out of the average.
Yeah, I think that's about
a
right.
great movie.
By the way, do you remember? We're gonna have to do our Reservoir Dogs scores again. Sorry,
I don't
because we have
remember.
Ryan's now.
I don't remember.
I gave you mine.
Ryan, do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was 8.7.
Ooh, okay. All right. Jack, you gave it really low, didn't you? Or was that Tanner?
I give it an 8.
Tanner gave it an 8. I gave it like an 8.5. They went 8.7.
I think mine was a 7.5. Because I think it averaged out to like 8, didn't it?
Well, between the three of us, yeah.
Yeah.
8.1.
Oh, then I probably had it like 7.7 or something like that.
All right, I'll put it at 7.7 then.
Pretty much the same as this movie. 8.
Wait, 7.7, and that
Thing is, though,
gives-
is that a lot of movies be in the
8.2.
A lot of movies are going to be between the 7.5 and the 8.5 range, unless like we're reviewing horrible movies.
Unless we're watching Twister.
Twister. Fucking Twister, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. I'll bring you to the new movie I'll be adding. Anyway, guys, so our ratings right now stands at coming in at the very top. We have Blow at 8.4. Coming a second to that is Reservoir Dogs at 8.2. Coming third now, taking Batman Begins place, is Ip Man at 8. And coming last where it belongs and where it should stay forever is Twister. Actually, maybe not forever. We'll see if my movie gets picked. Is Twister.
Oh. What?
Let me save this.
Shouldn't Ryan pick a movie?
This was Ryan's movie.
I know, but why are
Yeah,
you picking?
so Ryan's got to get
No,
another
I'm not.
movie.
Well, I know. I'm changing one of mine.
Oh.
Oh.
Can I change one of mine too? I'll get rid of Titanic. You guys really want me to get rid of it?
You already got rid of it.
Did
I
I?
have to cut out early. I've been in here for like super long. I'm
All right, you're
sorry.
good. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll tell you what movie you got to watch. So bye, Ryan.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have fun. Can't wait
Yes,
to talk
sir.
to you guys again.
Love you. Oh, right. We need a new movie. New movie from you.
I still have my 3 in there.
No. You got rid of Ip Man is gone.
Oh, a new movie? Can I text it to you? Because I need to look. I need to think.
We
Let's
need
just
to
take
know,
it out
Ryan.
for
You know
this
what?
week.
All right. I got it now. Goodfellas.
I like that. All right. Good
Bye,
fellas.
guys.
Got it. See you, Ryan.
See ya.
All right. Congrats on the sex. So we have The Matrix. I think me and you owe a movie, Tanner, because we took one out.
I need a movie. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
me
we took
and
one
you
out
both
because
did.
we wanted because we were getting. Okay.
Yeah. So me and you both need.
You pick one first, Josh.
All right. I'm putting in The Room.
Ooh, okay. Haven't seen that.
Never
What's
seen
that
it. Heard it's the worst
No.
movie ever made. You'll see.
Didn't it win Didn't it win Best Picture?
Tanner, I don't think we're thinking about this. Tanner, The Room is the one who's like, I didn't hit her. I didn't.
Oh.
Oh, hey,
Yes.
Mark.
Maybe there's 2 movies named Room.
Dude, just should. All right, wait, hold up. We have some time. The Room has a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 9% on Metacritic, and a 3.7 on IMDb.
Oh, God.
It's an hour and 39 minutes. It is considered one of the worst movies ever made, but it's really bad that it's super funny. All right. Anyway, let me share my screen with you boys. Give me a movie, Tanner.
Let's do Mel Gibson's 2000.
Oh.
Is it 2004? Apocalypto.
Not Braveheart. Apocalypto. How do I spell that?
Apocalypto.
Apocalypto. Like that? It's an
I don't know.
AP. Something like that. I don't fucking know. All right, we have The Matrix, Goodfellas, La Bamba, Midsommar, The Departed, The Conjuring, Iron Man, The Room, and Apocalypto. All right. There we go, boys.
Is Troy in there?
Oh my god, it really got chosen. Oh, wow.
Yes!
The Room will be our next fucking movie.
All right, boys, this will probably be, you know what, just for the meme, I'm rating it higher than Twister, but...
Oh, no,
Oh.
you can't do that.
No,
I won't. I've never seen this movie. I have heard many things about The Room. I've heard it is the worst movie ever made. There's a movie made about it.
The Emoji movie was made.
Oh, I don't know, dude. You're gonna watch this. Fuck, James. Hold up, guys. 1 second. We're gonna look at this real fast because James Franco made a movie about the making of this movie. Oh, The Disaster Artist. There it is.
All right, Josh. Let's wrap this up because I gotta pee.
Right here. Disaster Artist. This is a movie made about the making of this movie. All right, yeah. So we're watching The Room, and we're gonna be this episode is gonna be going up on Thursday, right?
I don't know. You're in charge of it.
Yeah.
You're asking me?
I do be Fridays. Fuck, I always forget. I think this is gonna be going up Thursday. Yeah, this will be going up Thursday. So when everyone listens, it'll be on Thursday, and then our next one will be on Saturday.
Saturday?
No, Monday. My bad.
We're going a whole week with nothing?
No. It goes Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday.
Oh. So next Thursday. This Thursday.
This one that we're doing right now is going out this Thursday.
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
Monday is gonna be The Room.
Okay. Well, then what's Thursday?
Tanner, just let us deal with that. you
Don't
just
worry
show
about
up.
it, Tanner. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you guys hiding something from me?
No. This is just
No.
upload time. No, we're not hiding
Tanner,
anything.
this is the upload. This will be uploaded on Thursday.
Oh. I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next podcast is Monday.
It will be uploaded on Monday.
It'll be the next.
Okay. Josh, just tell me
we'll
what the
talk
next
about it.
podcast is.
Anyway, yeah,
Josh,
I'll tell you
tell
about
me.
It doesn't
All
matter.
right. Anyway, I think we should put The Disaster Artist after this because it actually it's supposed to be a really good movie. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for joining. We'll be watching The Room, and have a blessed day. Peace.
Yes, see ya.